All right, guys. Dreadnought's back today with a new review, and we're going to be taking a quick 2-for-1 look at the Hasbro G.I. Joe 50th Anniversary Hunt for Cobra Commander 2-pack. Looking very cool in the package. We have Shipwreck here on the left, Cobra Commander on the right, clearly visible with all these nice accessories. Has that 50th Anniversary style artwork at the top, all black with snake eyes and some vehicles and jets silhouetted over there. It says Shipwreck at the bottom, Cobra Commander, G.I. Joe 50th there. And quite frankly, our selection for G.I. Joe has been very limited over the last couple of years. 2015 was no improvement. And these guys have been out for a little while. I just recently picked them up on clearance, so I thought we would take a look at them. And then looking at the back of the box here, we've got some nice artwork of some other Joes here at the bottom, looking very cool. And then a short bio that's there in several languages that reads, "For over 50 years, G.I. Joe action figures have filled our imaginations with dangerous missions and exciting adventures as the G.I. Joe team battles Cobra villains." So let's get these bad boys open and get a look at them. And here's Shipwreck and Cobra Commander out of the packaging, just looking absolutely amazing. Lots of detail. Love the accessories these guys came with. Hasbro just did a nice job overall with both of them. And G.I. Joe really pulls at the heartstrings for me because it's the line that really got me started on action figures as a kid. I collected the Star Wars 3 3/4 inch line, but even back then I thought these guys were king of the 3 3/4 inch figure. And really looking at these figures even now, especially after the reboot of the 25th anniversary line, and as the articulation just got more and more improved, these guys really just hit it out of the park. And I really have to say, even to this day, I think they're the king of the 3 3/4 inch figure. I think articulation-wise and sculpt-wise, they just really knock it out of the park each and every time. And a number of accessories, too. A lot of great accessories. Couldn't even get them all on the figure, so you have some options. So let's take a closer look at those. And looking at Shipwreck's accessories first, comes with a couple guns here, and we've seen these used before. Most of these are just repaints. But, he's got that one there. Lots of nice detail. Some black paint on there on the handle there. Looking very cool. Also comes with a couple knives here. We've got this one that's just plain silver plastic. Also a reuse from something previously. I like that dagger shape. Looking very cool there. And then that one, more traditional looking. We've seen that one several times. Nice silver paint app on it. Black handle looking very cool as well. And then we've got the black gun here, nicely sculpted. Again, another reuse. Most of this 50th anniversary stuff, of course, is reused. We're not getting new molds or stuff or anything, but just a lot of nice weapons for them to choose from. So they can just repackage them. And then we got Polly here, looking very cool. Some nice paint apps on Polly. Got some white and red up on the head, and then they did some white dry brushing, it looks like, on the wings. Nicely sculpted. The only thing I'd say is he's meant for, I believe there's a scuba pack he's meant for that small clip. This isn't the one that clips on his arm. So to get him to fit on the figure, you kind of have to work him on this handle back here on his vest. And that puts him like right over the head. So I kind of just turned him to the side and have him posed up like that. And he'll sit up there fairly well. And this vest is removable. You can see back over here, you can take that off. And he's got that navy shirt underneath, looking pretty cool there. This gun's not removable. And this one doesn't have any pouches or anything holster-wise to put the guns or anything. But still some nice accessories overall. And looking at Cobra Commander's accessories, he's got that gun that I think we originally saw with the movie version of the figures. Not one of my favorite guns, but it's nicely sculpted. It looks kind of like a laser rifle or something. Looks pretty cool overall. And then he's got his more traditional looking gun from back in the day. This one's a little bit bent, needs a little bit of heat maybe to straighten that out. But I always like to pose him with that one. Looks very cool. Fits in his hand perfectly. They did give him the hand sculpt that fits, which is really nice. And then it came with an alternate head, which is the hooded head. We've seen this in blue, several versions, and this pops on pretty easily. The helmet is removable, like we've seen in the most recent incarnations of him, and then just taking that head off pops off real nicely, and then you can put the hooded one on. It's a little tough at first, but it does go on, and then that looks pretty cool there. Definitely like that look. I may be using it. It has the removable cape, nicely sculpted wrinkles in it. You know, that nice red they used for everything else here with the gloves and everything. And, you know, this just clips around. A little bit hard to get it on with the hood, but you can get it on. It fits better with the other mask. We'll pop this one off and pop it back on. And you can see that. Yeah, and that fits a lot better there. So it looks good. You know, and then it comes with these canisters as well. I'm just going to lay him to the side. Comes with these clear canisters. We've seen these used in several different colors. It's transparent plastic. These are red. You can see through there. Those are transparent. Nice silver paint apps, like the biohazard signs on them. I love these kind of accessories. These are just really, really cool stuff here. Also, they come with the file cards. Both of them come with the file cards. You know, this isn't the ones from yesteryear that you cut out the back. You know, they actually come with several file cards now in plastic, and then several different languages. There's like, you know, 4 different versions or whatever in there. And then, of course, they all come with stands in this package. And it has the gold paint apps here for the 50th anniversary. It says Shipwreck Cobra Commander. And we've seen these a ton of times. But I do like the fact comes with the 2 peg stands, which are always nice. And as we take a look at articulation and sculpting on there, very nice overall. You know, we've seen these body molds used several times, you know, different legs and arms pieced together, and we've seen this head sculpt before. Has the you know, the skull cap on, which looks very nice, and the beard, you know, all nicely sculpted, nice paint apps, all clean. You know, it's got the beard with that brown paint. And we looked at the Navy logo underneath here. Looks very cool. It's got a star up here on the shoulder with some gold paint apps. Got his tattoo in there. Nice gray used on the gloves, you know, on both sides. And then the pants came out a nice green with a little bit of a tan on the knee pads there. The gun sculpted in, nicely painted with that tan again. And then the black gun, you know, not all one color. You know, nice wrinkles all sculpted in. Just great looking pants. I love these. One of my favorite molds they use. Looks great on the back. Some pouches over there on the side. And then the gray we saw on the gloves used again on the boots down here, which look very nice. Laces sculpted in there. All looking very nice, very cool. Look at the back of the figure. Some silver paint apps there on the belt as well. You know, they just don't cheap out. You know, they go the extra mile. Gray and silver there as well. You know, it just looks really, really nice. As far as the head, you can move it up and down. You can get them down about like that and up like that. Rotates around just fine and has some nice pivot in there. The arms move out a good bit. They do rotate all the way around. Has that single arm on a swivel, and then the hands do rotate around, and they do have a hinge. This one has the up and down hinge like so. And I'll try to get a better look at that. Hinges all the way down and then all the way up like that one. And then this one actually has the roll of the dice hinge on it, which I think is a nice touch that you get both. Nice for his weapon. And then you got the hips, the standard 25th anniversary style hips we've seen. They kick out really, really far. You know, kick back a decent amount. Has those double jointed knees, really nice in there. The waist does rotate, and it does have an ab crunch. Kind of hard to see it with that vest on, but that's about all you get. You know, really nice overall. And then the feet, they do rotate around, and they do have a hinge down in there that hinge up and down like so. So just really, really nice overall with Shipwreck. And then looking at Cobra Commander here, same kind of articulation that we're used to. Head moves up about that much, moves down just a little bit hindered on his head. And then, of course, the hooded head, like I said, didn't move hardly at all. Rotates around just fine, and you can get some pivot in there. And I left the helmet piece off so it wouldn't be falling off. Arm moves way up there. He can really raise his hand up there. Does rotate all the way around. Has that single joint that rotates as well. Hands have that nice hinge, and he's got that nice grabbing motion on there. I love that position of the hand. And then looking down through the body, he's got that ab crunch as well, and he rotates at that same ab. Does have those same hips like we see on the other one. Kick forward a great amount, kick back not really that much. Double jointed knees as well, and then has the feet that rotate and has the hinge on them as well. This one actually does have ankle pivot. I'm sorry, it does have ankle pivot on that one. And on the rotation on the wrist, This one actually does have the roll of the dice as well over there. And then just looking at sculpt, you know, just really nice job. Black uniform, has those silver paint apps for the buttons, gold Cobra logo there, the nice red underneath for his ascot or his scarf underneath there that covers his neck. Some nice gray paint apps through there, and then the red that we see on the neck through the gloves. And like I said, I just really love that sculpt work in the hand, all these wrinkles in the uniform. Gray, silver, black, and red paint apps, red Cobra there, all on the belt, just looking great. I didn't mention this before, but this dagger is removable. I thought it was kind of a little bit stuck in there, so I actually thought it might have been sculpted on. But it's gray on the handle, painted on, and it is removable, black blade. Sculpted in with the pouch, some nice silver paint apps through there. You know, we've seen this body mold used several times. You know, nice wrinkles all sculpted through the pants there. Yeah, just looks good. Very nice overall. I love both. And here's our 50th anniversary Shipwreck compared to the reboot 25th anniversary Shipwreck on the right, and the Dollar General exclusive Shipwreck over here on the left. And I gotta say, I like all these guys. I can't really pick a favorite. You know, each one represents a different look of the character, and Shipwreck is honestly one of my favorite Joe characters of all time, so I just really like each one for what it represents. And here's our 50th anniversary Commander compared to a couple others that share the same mold. We've got the other 50th anniversary from the cartoon look, and then the Ultimate Cobra Commander over here on the left that came out a couple years ago. This one's still my favorite overall, I have to say. And here's our 50th anniversary Cobra Commander compared to a whole bunch of other Commanders. Several of the movie versions here, and the original reboots from the 25th anniversary line. And you see this guy stands in taller than most. And just for weirdness, here they are compared to the 3 3/4 inch Walmart exclusive Kylo Ren from the Black Series, and the Marvel Legends 3 3/4 inch Spider-Man Noir. And wrapping up real quickly, overall, I got to say Hasbro did a very nice job with both these figures. I think they came out great. Reused parts is nothing new for the G.I. Joe line, but I think the choice of parts they used worked well for the characters. Nicely sculpted, lots of nice detail sculpted in. Nice articulation on both. Nice accessories as well. And then the level of paint detail just really impressed me. You know, all the little snaps and buttons, even on the pouches, and the insignia is just all really, really clean, nicely painted. They didn't cheap out at all here, and I think they just really went the extra mile on these figures, even though they were limited in the release figures for the waves last year. These came out really nice, and I think these were passed up for the most part. You know, the initial run was on the Gung Ho release and the re-release of the Alpine figures and those sets, and it left several of the sets just kind of hanging around. So I definitely recommend these figures. Go out and grab them, especially if you're a Joe fan. They are pretty much a Toys R Us exclusive at this point. I'm not sure if it's because Toys R Us is exclusive for them. I think it's more or less that Toys R Us is the only one with a Joe line, or still willing to sell the Joe line at this point. You know, which is very sad. But you usually can pick these guys up on clearance there. And I saw several sets of several characters in my local Toys R Us, all on clearance, even the big box sets. So definitely check them out now in your local one, and grab a great deal on these guys, because they're well worth it at full price. And if you can get a deal on them, they're even more so. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If so, please give me a big thumbs up. Facebook, Twitter, Toy Art links in the description below as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you soon.